with you. And this is from Claire Howard. And she said, any tips on must-do sessions, exercises for the more mature runner? Are there any helpful techniques to help offset age-related decline in pace and power? She puts in brackets, she's 50. And I'm listening very carefully to this.
Yeah. Are you Claire Howard?
That's right. I wish I was 50.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about the older lady, and then just sort of also about as we're older athletes moving into our glory years, what we can do. So if you're a female now heading towards, perhaps you are heading into menopause, or you're already in menopause, or you're out menopause, the other side, you will notice some changes in your body. You'll notice in the way that you perform. You'll really notice in the way that you recover, and perhaps in the makeup of your body composition as well. So as we get older, and this is for male and female, the most important thing is to keep your skeleton strong. Our bone density drops, and especially in women. So it's really important to keep exercising. We all know those older people in ultras that are still going strong, and we look at them, we go, well, we hope we like that when we're older. So keep on moving as you get older is really, really important. So well done if you're still going and you're still going strong. As a female, as you get older, you become much more sensitive to carbohydrate. And so when we were younger, you guys probably noticed this, you can shove everything in. You can eat McDonald's, you can eat gels, you can eat sports drinks. You feel fine, you can do it. And then as we get older, we get a bit more sensitive to that. And we need, it's very wise. The body's very wise. You need better food, basically. You need better protein. Okay, you need really good quality protein. You need whole grains. You need a ton of fruit and vegetables. You need to think really carefully about what you're eating when you're running. And you need to think just as carefully about what you're eating after running. There's a really good book. If you've not read it, you should. It's called Raw by Stacey Sims. She is the wisest lady on this topic. If you haven't read it, female or male, you should read it to educate yourself. So what can we do to offset this sort of change in dynamic as we get older? How can we say how can we stop slowing down? Because you see people, I mean, UTMB is often won by a 45-year-old. So they're doing something magic. So John, you're an excellent example for this. Recently, you've taken up doing some more speed work. You've dropped down your endurance work and you focused on your power and your strength. You've reminded those type 2 fibers how to run quicker. You've put more power in your running. And what have you found?
Oh, it's definitely made a difference. Yeah.
You're going faster, you're feeling stronger. As we get older, we want to focus less on the endurance, because probably the majority of us have got endurance coming out of our ears. We've done this for years. We want to focus on fast stuff, reminding those muscles, keep building that power and the strength in our body, shorter stuff, to get those fast twitch muscles working, to remind that neuromuscular connection how to work. Because the minute we stop doing that, we all know we lose it. Okay. So keeping that in your plan is so important. The short, sharp stuff, and just backing down a little bit on that endurance and really focusing on your recovery, and maybe doing a little bit less racing, but making it quality rather than quantity, thinking future plans. But yeah, Dave, you're not old at all, Dave. So you don't.
Well, I'm older than Claire Howard.
The only other thing I was going to add was is keep doing your strength and conditioning. Keep using your body weight. Keep lifting to keep that bone density going. Yeah, Dave. Sorry.
I was going to add in, when you're talking about sort of how to stop that decline. We've got other advantages, and you've said the one one of the ones I wrote down here, that we've got a bit more of experience, we've got more training behind us, so we've got that underlying engine which is maybe a little bit stronger. But I wrote down a couple of things that are good for us. First thing we've got to do is we've got to realize that we can't build our fitness as quickly as we used to. So the thing will take longer, but that's a good thing because we're less likely to get injured. Because when I was 20, I could absolutely burn it. I could do bucket loads of training. I didn't get injured. By the time I got to 30, I tried to do the same amount of training, and then I started getting injured. Now I know that I can't do that. I know it takes me a longer time to get there, and I can accept that, but I know I'm going to get there. That's fine. The other thing, and this is just a purely psychological thing, and this is genuinely underlined 3 times with 5 exclamation marks. That's how important this is.
And a song.
No. I spoke no songs for downhill. Do not compare yourself to your old self. Because I get injured looking at the times I used to run at. I know that I can't do those things now, particularly from when from 20 years ago. I'm still clinging on to the idea that I might be able to put off the aging process and do stuff that I was doing 5 years ago, but I can't compare myself to what I used to be 15 years ago, because I just get annoyed about it. And that's just a purely psychological thing. Accept that, but you have other advantages and play to those. And certainly as a male ultra runner in my 50s, I have that advantage. I haven't got that ego to tickle all the time. So at the start of the race, I can run sensibly. I haven't got to try and keep up with the guys or girls who are going out and whooping my ass early on.
The Instagrammers.
I can wait and I can see them later. And I can pat them on the back and say, "Are you okay, mate? Are you going? Do you want a gel? Are you all right?" Whereas inside, I'm high-fiving myself.
I think it's all about embracing it, isn't it? It's about taking on board what we've learned, the mistakes we've made, and embracing and doing what we can do with what we've got. And just like you said, I'm never going to be as fast as I was in my 20s when I could roar around a track in 56, 57 seconds. But give me 10 hours into an ultra and I'm going to be the strongest, gnarliest woman out there because I've got years behind me. So it's focusing on what we can do and how we can work with that, and perhaps finding new challenges as well. And not just, I'm going to try and get back to this. I'm going to try. It's gone. Move forward.